Why does anxiety often cause us to lose weight? And more importantly, should we be worried about this? In this video, I'm going to break down the major causes of anxiety-related weight loss and talk about some very simple solutions to combat that and stop it getting out of hand. Hi. Welcome back to the channel, or if this is your first time here, I'm Tim Box, mind coach and anxiety therapist. For nearly 15 years now, I've been working one-to-one with clients to help them get back in control of their anxiety response. And one of the things clients often tell me is that when they've been going through extended periods of anxiety, they've actually started to lose weight. And this will often cause anxiety in itself as we start to wonder if this unexpected and unintended weight loss is something we need to be worried about. So first off, if you're going through a tough time with anxiety and noticing the numbers on the scales dropping without trying, you're not alone. Today we're going to be talking about why it happens and, more importantly, what we can do about it. So, why exactly does anxiety cause weight loss? Well, there's actually a few reasons. Let's go through them one at a time. When we're in a highly anxious state, our body triggers what's known as the stress response, aka fight or flight. You probably heard me talk about it before. It's that ancient response designed to help us deal with imminent threats. It used to play a vital role in keeping us safe. And when I say used to, I mean generations ago, when physical action such as going into battle or fleeing from threat was the only thing actually keeping us alive. We don't need it so much these days, but because we have the same brain as we had back then, we still encounter that extreme physical response to perceived threat. What happens is our body floods with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, and one of the effects of those hormones, it shuts down hunger. After all, if you're being chased by a bear, you're probably not thinking about stopping for a sandwich. Your mind is basically prioritizing immediate life-saving action over long-term sustenance. So when your mind perceives you're in danger, whether the threat is real or imagined, it deprioritizes digestion and appetite. Food simply stops feeling important, even though your body still needs fuel. That loss of hunger means without noticing it, we might just start eating less and skipping meals, and that's what causes us to lose weight. Anyone that's ever experienced long-term anxiety issues will tell you it's exhausting. You might not be doing much because fear and anxiety are stopping you from fully engaging with regular life, but that doing nothing really takes it out of you. This is because when you're anxious, your nervous system is revved up. Your muscles are tense, your heart's racing, and even if you're just sitting still, your body is burning more energy than normal. This might manifest as fidgeting more, tapping your foot, constantly shifting about as your body attempts to do something with all that adrenaline and cortisol. And this low-level physical output, that adds up over time. So even as your appetite drops and you consume less calories, your body's actually burning more calories than usual, which ultimately, of course, leads to weight loss. Anxiety doesn't only switch off your appetite, it can also mess with your digestive system entirely. All of those hormones attempting to respond to the perceived threat can wreak havoc with the daily functioning of your body and the way you process whatever food you actually are consuming. You might feel nauseous, you might get stomach cramps, bloating, or even IBS symptoms. In fact, most medical professionals will tell you that the chief cause of IBS is stress. IBS is recognized to have mostly emotional drivers rather than medical ones. And of course, if every time we eat it feels uncomfortable, we'll naturally start avoiding meals. But it's important to mention here that any disruption to our regular digestive process isn't our body breaking down. It's our stress response trying to keep us safe by putting our body into emergency measures that are more geared towards action than resting and digesting. I actually made a video all about how anxiety can cause stomach issues. I'll link to that in the description below. And finally, when we're in a state of increased anxiety, food just tends to slip down our list of priorities. We can become so consumed with trying to feel better or calm ourselves down that meals get skipped or we just forget to eat entirely. It's not uncommon to feel like we need to remain engaged in activities or distractions just to combat the relentless anxiety we feel. And that, of course, can lead to missing meals. Not intentionally, just by accident, because we're more invested in staying active right now. The problem here is that all too often we regard a loss of appetite or a neglect of basic self-sustenance as an indicator that something is going badly wrong with us. But of course, none of these responses are because we're broken. We're just encountering a natural shift in our priorities based on the way we currently feel. Our mind is trying its very best to help, and our body's just responding according to the version of reality we currently perceive. So if that's the problem, what can we do about it? Okay, let's talk about how we get on top of this. The first thing we can do is set eating reminders. So bearing in mind a large part of the problem here is that the usual signals of hunger are being muted or ignored, we might find success with setting these up manually. After all, we've all got a little alarm clock in our pocket that's with us at all times, so why not make the most of it? And this isn't because you need a strict schedule, but because it's easy to forget or dismiss hunger when anxiety is dominating your thoughts. Also, if your alarm to eat sounds and you're just not hungry, then start with small, manageable meals. Don't simply dismiss the need to eat simply because you're not feeling particularly peckish right now. Just aim to eat something every few hours. Think of it like fueling your engine. You don't wait for the tank to run dry before refilling. Secondly, when you do eat, make those meals count by choosing the right foods. And this will be foods that are rich in nutrients. Focus on foods that are high in both calories and protein. Things like nuts, seeds, avocado, full-fat yogurt, smoothies, and protein shakes. These can very effectively fuel your body without making you feel like you're forcing down a mountain of food. The goal here isn't to eat more for the sake of it, it's to eat smart. If your body isn't giving you an accurate reading on what it needs right now, then you might have to be mindful of making sure you're getting exactly what you need. Next, let's focus a little on reducing the natural effects of anxiety so that our body can return to its natural, non-stressed state. So, as we're all too painfully aware, anxiety often arises from overwhelm, trying to take on too much or focusing on things we simply can't control. So let's do ourselves a favour and slow things down a little. Cut out the unnecessary demands, and the things we feel we need to address, let's take them one thing at a time. The world isn't going to end if you don't complete your to-do list today, so stop beating yourself up for not doing more. If we manage the external pressures effectively, then it becomes very hard to become overwhelmed, and as a result, we shut down that stress response and come out of the fight or flight state. Talking of which, the next thing you'll want to do is avoid letting any weight loss become another source of anxiety. The idea that anxiety is shutting down your body or causing irreparable damage is just not true. Yes, you're losing weight, but it's not because your body's giving up or breaking down. It's because your mind is simply prioritizing survival right now over long-term sustenance. And that's a normal, reversible response. Once you feel safe again, your appetite will return and your weight will rebalance. It's not permanent and it's not dangerous. It's just your body reacting to the signals it's being given. Finally, as always, if you really feel like you can't do this alone and you need guidance, then don't hesitate to talk to a professional. There's no shame in getting a little help. If anxiety is impacting your eating habits, a therapist can help you get to the root of it. And a dietitian can help you come up with a plan that keeps you nourished, even when food isn't appealing to you. Don't wait until things feel out of control. Support is always there if you need it. Anxiety-related weight loss is a thing, and it can be scary, but it doesn't mean there's anything seriously wrong. The key is to bring things back to basics. Give your body what it needs, manage your stress levels, and most of all, stop fearing your own anxiety. It's not the enemy, it's just trying to help. As much as this video is giving you a list of actions to take, the one thing you don't need to do is try to feel hungrier, because your natural appetite will return all on its own once you no longer feel excessively anxious. And if you'd like a little bit more help with anxiety-related issues, don't forget to check out the members area of this channel. You'll find exclusive videos, live Q&As every week, and full access to my control system for helping you calm your mind and regain control of your emotional well-being. Just click the join button on my homepage or follow the link in the description. If this video helped you today, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly videos on managing anxiety and looking after your mental health. But that's it for now. I'm Tim Box. Always remember to be kind to your mind, and I'll see you next time.